Local 15 weather with meteorologist Deidre Tate.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Here's a look at live pinpoint Doppler. Relatively quiet. However, we do have a shower trying to develop throughout parts of Mobile Bay, and it's kind of drifting towards the north and west. So heads up for Navco. Also over towards Tillman's Corner, you could be catching a shower over the next half hour. Everywhere else is relatively quiet, and it's 84 right now in Mobile in the partly cloudy sky, and it's 84 also for Pensacola with a bit more sunshine. If you're just tuning in, here's a look at the information on Karen. It has not updated yet, but as of the last advisory, it had max sustained winds of 65 miles an hour, moving north-northwest at 12. And notice that it is in the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to continue to move northward, and National Hurricane Center does have it reaching Category 1 hurricane status. Now, the confidence of that, at least here at Local 15, is very low, which is some good news courtesy of wind shear, and we'll talk more about that. However, on Saturday, we're expecting that it's going to be somewhere just south of the northern Gulf Coast. Anywhere from southeastern Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle definitely needs to be monitoring this as it continues to move inland as we head towards the weekend. But the thinking is that it's going to take a turn towards the east out ahead of an approaching cold front. Now, in terms of the latest information on this system, we're expecting another update within the next 15 minutes, but we're expecting it to weaken considerably as we go over the next day or so because of what we call wind shear. Now, here's a look at it. Notice the bright coloring of it, and then all of a sudden it starts to widen and become a little bit more white in color. That's showing that it's weakening. The water vapor imagery is showing the moisture in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, and that bright green is just showing the cloud tops, a lot more moisture affiliated with those storms. But notice how it starts to somewhat kind of fall apart in the last few frames there. So again, we credit wind shear for this. It's starting to move into the Gulf of Mexico, and the wind shear is this kind of shearing of the clouds to the east there, as you can see, and that wind shear is only going to continue to get a little bit stronger as the system makes its way closer towards the coastline out ahead of an approaching cold front and upper level trough of low pressure. So wind shear is definitely on our side with this system. Hopefully it will continue to just kind of hinder Karen's development. Nonetheless, you definitely want to be on guard. Never drop your guard when we're talking about tropical systems or any type of weather event. But again, it's looking favorable that Karen will continue to just kind of stay put or maybe even weaken. We'll have to wait and see. But we are expecting local impacts, and we could see a high risk for rip currents. We're counting on that for the weekend, so maybe not the best of beach conditions. Dangerous surf is also something we're going to continue to watch for. Building seas as well as Karen continues to get closer towards the coast, along with coastal flooding. So depending on where it eventually tracks, you may have flooding on one part of our viewing area versus another. Also, we're expecting the winds to increase a bit. That also depends on how strong the system becomes. And for Bayfest, we are expecting a few showers for Bayfest, but will it be a washout? Not looking like that's likely. However, east into the Florida Panhandle, well, you probably see more rain there, and the severe risk is low as of right now as long as Karen tracks towards the east, which is what we're thinking. Now, this is one forecast model. This is just what we call the RPM. It's a forecast model that we tend to look at, just one of many. And notice how roughly about Friday evening it starts to move it towards the north central Gulf of Mexico. Still a lot of the rain band staying just south of the coast, so the rain chances for tomorrow moderate. But this particular forecast model starts to move it west, and if you notice, it's somewhat moves it eastward in the last few frames. So we're just going to have to continue to wait and see what happens with this. There are many models that we'll look at, and this is just one of them. So we're going to continue to keep you posted. However, though, for today, we're going to go with just a few isolated showers locally. Not a bad Thursday at all. 87 for a high today in Daphne, 88 for Citronelle, and we're going to go with a 30% chance for showers. We were already watching those showers pop up in Mobile Bay, moving towards the Mobile County area. We're going to go with 89 for Frisco City, 88 for Atmore today, 89 for Chatham with a 20% chance of rain, so less rain for you if you're inland. Florida Panhandle keeping those temperatures into the mid to upper 80s with 87 for Pensacola, 87 expected for Allentown, and into Mississippi, more of the same with a chance for a few showers. Otherwise, just a nice day, and those temperatures right around the mid to upper 80s. So here's your 7-day. And we're going to have a chance for a few showers today, a few more for your Friday. Saturday, of course, we are watching Karen. A potential landfall could be anywhere from Saturday night through Sunday morning. We'll have more coming up.